Hi, fifth grade. So today we're going to be talking about human organs, particularly the stomach. Now, I know you guys were really looking forward to dissecting our little human bodies in our stretchy kits. And to be honest, I was kind of looking forward to seeing you guys do that. And I'm really sorry that you don't get to. But I have some human body fun disgusting labs that we can do together and you can do at home if you choose to. So today we're going to be talking about the stomach. The stomach is one of the main organs of the human digestive system. It is connected to the esophagus, which is here, and is connected to your lower small intestines, which is down here. The stomach is hollow. Believe it or not, it is a hollow organ that is a part of the digestive process. Food lands in the stomach after passing through your throat, so down your esophagus, it drops into your stomach. And it's stored and passed there in small amounts, and I'll show you how that's done, to the intestines. It'll start first in the small intestines and then go to the larger intestines. So the human stomach isn't, a lot of people are just like, this is my stomach. It's actually located in the upper left side of your belly area. So the upper left side. And adults have about a 10-inch stomach, believe it or not. So when it's all empty, it's about 10 inches for a human adult, but it can expand to hold about 1 quart of food, which is crazy to think about. And glands in the stomach produce gastric juices, so stomach acid, to help break down the food that you put in there. But don't worry, if that stomach acid got in your esophagus or your small intestine, it actually can erode away and break apart your organs. So the stomach has kind of a safety feature. It has what's called as mucus. And this mucus lines the whole stomach to kind of trap and keep those gastric acids stuck inside your stomach so it doesn't erode your stomach lining or get into your esophagus or your small intestines, hopefully, if you're healthy. But your stomach muscles actually mix the food and the gastric acids I can't talk today, acids together all the time. They move the food forward and into the small intestines. For the remaining food of the stomach, it can take 1 to 5 hours for you to actually digest something. And after your stomach is actually empty, it continues to move around, believe it or not. You don't feel it because you're used to it. But when it's empty completely, that's what causes those cramping feelings for stomach pain, making you think you're hungry. But your stomach is constantly rolling and moving. So today we are actually going to make our own stomach digestion. We need oil. I have olive oil, but any type of oil will do. This will represent your stomach mucus. So it's going to protect your stomach. Then you need vinegar. Regular vinegar works, but all I have at the house right now is apple cider vinegar. This is going to pretend to be your stomach acids. Then you need bread. Your bread is going to be just that, bread. It's going to be the food that you eat. And then you need a plate. This is going to represent what comes out in the small intestine. So we'll see what that is. So I have a balloon here, and this balloon is going to be our stomach. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of blow it up because that helps if you blow it up a little bit, because as you saw, I was kind of playing with it to loosen it up, because if it's too tight, it makes it really, really hard. So you don't have to blow it up a whole lot, but just a little bit. Now, for this purpose, the long stretchy part is the esophagus. So this will be your neck. And this part here is your stomach. And remember, for an adult, it can be 10 inches when it's empty. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of mucus in there. Now, we make it naturally. We don't have to drink our mucus, but we're gonna go ahead and put some mucus in there, and then I'm gonna try to peel it back off the bottle without breaking my balloon or pouring the mucus back in the bottle after being in a balloon. That would also be disgusting. So be very, very careful. If you have a funnel like we've used in class, you could do that much easier by putting the funnel in here and pouring, but Miss Bender does not have a funnel at home, so I'm just winging it, guys. All right, so you're gonna roll your mucus around like I'm doing. Now you'll notice there's a lot of extra mucus in my balloon. I'm gonna pour that out. I'm just gonna pour it right on my bread so it doesn't make a huge, huge mess. It'll just soak up on my bread. And now what we're going to do is actually tear that bread into small pieces and shove it down our esophagus, just like if we were eating. And you don't want to do too much, because if you do a whole lot, it won't really work well. My fingers are now slippery due to stomach mucus. But you're gonna break it and shove it down in there. Alright. Got quite a few pieces. Our little balloon's eating a sandwich today. Now this happens every time you eat. That's the point of your mouth. It helps break down the food so that bigger pieces don't go down your esophagus. Because if too big of a piece goes into your esophagus, it'll get stuck and it'll cause you to choke. So the point of our mouth and our teeth especially is to help break up that food so that our esophagus won't be plugged up or stopped up with food, and then we choke and can't breathe, and that wouldn't be good. So we have, all right, we have our food in here. There we go. All right, we got our food. I'm gonna try to wipe off my hands a little bit. Okay, then you're going to add a little bit of stomach acid. Now, the acid is already in your stomach, ready to go as soon as the food hits, but we're just gonna add a little bit. And again, try to rip it off the bottle without pouring anything back in, because that would be disgusting, and without breaking your balloon. So you're gonna hold your esophagus closed, and you're going to actually mush the food. This represents the rolling of your stomach muscles, because your stomach muscles, believe it or not, are always doing this. You just can't realize it. They're moving and crushing the food inside and using your stomach acid or juices to help break that food down. Now, this is where it starts to go into the small intestine, and the small intestine pulls out what nutrients you need from your food, and it helps your body survive. And what food that is not needed leaves our body as waste. So, are y'all ready to see what it looks like when it goes into the small intestine, for the small intestine to pull out those nutrients? So our stomach does what's called a roll as it pushes food out. It pushes and then it goes back, and then it pushes and it goes back, and it pushes and it goes back. And that's kind of what the food looks like as it enters our small intestines. And that's how our small intestines can pull out what nutrients and vitamins we need to survive, and what we don't need and the body needs to get rid of as waste. So this was our first class that I got to do the way I wanted to, which is a video instead of a PowerPoint, because we finished up the water cycle. I'm hoping to continue to do videos, not exactly like this one, but videos similar. And that way it's more of us in class than just PowerPoints. I'm sorry that you guys don't get to get your water cycle kits. If I can figure out a way to get them to you, I will, but unfortunately it's not looking like I'll be able to get them to you, and I'm really, really sorry, because you guys did so great on those lessons. All right, guys, so this is the video for this week. Head on over and take the 5-question quiz about your stomach, and I'm sure you'll do great. Bye, 5th grade.